fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Hey, we got three down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's the fullback. This is Whitlock. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. And it's 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. He's got time. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Out now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT. Screenplay, Johnson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll throw now on the final play. Just keeping the play alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did.
And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll go on the ground. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeForest Buckner, the first-round pick from Oregon, in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Hauschka's kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Let's go. Look at the
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. And it's 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Out on the right, this is Cruz. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fighting through. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try to set up the screen. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to find Green. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ladarius Green with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll get 17 yards there, and the Steelers are going to have a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try again with their fullback. It's Whitlock. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Victor Cruz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs